on right here. I suppose the important thing to know is if you're watching this video, then you actually made it through the Ides of March. Well, I know I did, that's why I'm making this video right now. Good morning and happy Monday, everybody. Let's see, let's get to my low, my high, my act of kindness. Let's see. What's my low? You know what I have to say is my low is that the weekend is over. It is. It really was an amazing weekend. I mean, it ended up with me watching Food Network Tournament of Champions last night, which was a lot of fun to watch. That was awesome. And yeah. But you know, I'm ready to get back to the old grind. I am. Like, it's strange. Usually on Mondays, I don't really feel as recharged as I should be. This feels a bit different. Like, I definitely feel like a sudden shift in my mood today, of all days. Although, that might be because it's actually warm outside today. Like, seriously, it looks cloudy and gloomy outside, but it's actually quite nice in terms of what the weather is. In fact, full stop, I literally had to go out for something. Did I wear a jacket yet? I don't think I wore a jacket when I was just outside. Huh. Actually, hold on a second. No, my jacket's still there from last night. I didn't wear a jacket when I was outside. Holy cow. But that's just how nice of a day it is. I mean, listen, after what happened last week, I'm not taking this for granted. It should be fairly nice going forward. It should be. And I'm really digging it. So my low is that the weekend's over. My high is I had a great weekend. And my act of kindness was I helped my parents watch my nephews yesterday. This is actually so bad, but yesterday, because my brother is completely adamant about not having my nephews watch any TV, but I was totally showing them, what movies did I show them yesterday? The SpongeBob SquarePants movie, that's one we definitely saw. And I think we were watching Up, or it was definitely some, or no, I think it was Aladdin too. But yeah, we watched a little bit of that. And you know, for being honest right now, in terms of like what's coming very soon, I mean, think of it this way. January 1st, 2018 was a Monday. And as of today, I'm not even a handful of days away until reaching day 3,000. Which, I mean, it's shocking. I mean, I guess deep down I always knew I'd make it here, but to just watch this number go up every single day, it really has been it's been an amazing ride. It absolutely has. I'm just kind of amazed that we're already here. Although, unfortunately, now I have a really difficult task ahead of me because, yeah, I have to prepare for day 3000, but normally when I do the state of my being address, it's usually, what's happened the past 100 days. And it will be, but I essentially got to do that 10 times over. Like, what happened in the last 1,000 days? I don't know. I'm sure I'll think of something. Anything, really. Honestly, that's the only really difficult thing I have ahead of me this week that I know of. Other than that, I mean, obviously, if you can't tell, there's no One Piece manga chapter this week, which, considering the last chapter we got, I think we could use a bit of a break. So, I guess I could sort of go into the Oscars last night because, full stop, I was watching Tournament of Champions, but come on, you can just look up who the Oscar winners are. And unfortunately, I don't really pay as much attention to the Oscars as I used to. Like, unfortunately, COVID really messed up with a lot of things because it really was easier for me to go to movies and pay attention to what was going on. Unfortunately, with COVID, for a lot of things I used to do, they were put off for, in some cases, years. Remember, the last movie I saw in the theater before the pandemic began was Onward. And I wouldn't see another movie in the theater for well over 3 years when I would see Are You There, Gods, Me, Margaret. Which, honestly, how that movie didn't get any sort of recognition for award season during that time is beyond me. But for the most part, though, I was quite pleased with the results of what the Oscars were. I mean, listen, I, first of all, need to give a major, major, major shout out to Michael B. Jordan for Sinners. Now, I made a prediction that he was going to get nominated for an Oscar, and I was right. And he won. That's already insane. I mean, yeah. With Michael B. Jordan, the sky's the limit for him now. I mean, and I love his Oscar speech, too, because he mentioned about all the greats that came before him. Sidney Poitier, Denzel Washington, Forrest Whitaker, Halle Berry, Will Smith, all incredible actors that came before him. And yes, there is a very important reason why that every single person I mentioned was black. Because, unfortunately, even now, Hollywood either doesn't know how to recognize that kind of talent, or they just don't make enough movies that features that kind of talent. But it does exist, and Michael B. Jordan is living proof of that. And I thought he was phenomenal in Sinners. Oh my God. Yeah, that guy deserved to win that Oscar. Absolutely. Still a little annoyed that Haley Steinfeld didn't get an Oscar nomination, but you know what? Sinners was a great movie overall. It definitely won itself its fair share of Oscars last night, and for good reason. So shout out to Michael B. Jordan, Haley Steinfeld, Ryan Coogler, everyone in that film. You were all phenomenal, for sure. Plus, it was also great to see Omar Miller again. I love Omar. Omar Miller is actually one of my favorite. Actors. He is very much underrated. He totally is. I like Omar Miller. I think he's cool. Although I will admit this is coming from the guy who really noticed him in The Sorcerer's Apprentice, where he's like, I don't know what this is, but you are participating. I'm like, yes, that is my guy right there. That is so my guy right there. Okay. Yeah. I'm really putting this off too, and I was gonna make a short dedicated to this, but I can't just leave this into a short. I mean, yeah, dog. K-pop Demon Hunters won Best Animated Picture. Yes. You know, here's the thing. I said that movie was gonna win Best Animated Feature, and it did. But before Zootopia 2 came out, I fully believed it was just gonna completely run away with it. Because with Zootopia 2, it made things at least a little bit more interesting. And I need to bring this up because someone made a meme or posted something where it has now been 4 years since Disney has won an Oscar for Best Animated Picture. Like, I just looked at the list of winners. Like, of the last 20 years, 25 years they've had this, 15 of them have been from Disney and or Pixar. That's wild. And they haven't won it in 4 years. Which is even crazier. And let's not be, and again, listen, I said this on Facebook, on one of the groups I'm part of, but I should say it here too. Let's not be too harsh here. Like, for all intents and purposes, Zootopia 2 was actually really good. Like, ridiculously good. Much better than anything Disney has put out in recent years. Animated, live action, or whatever they've done. Literally any other year, I guarantee you Zootopia 2 wins that Oscar. For sure it does. It's just, K-pop Demon Hunters was just the better movie. It was. Like, if I really had to give both of these movies scores, I would give Zootopia 2 a 98. Whereas K-pop Demon Hunters, I'd give a 99. Again, both scores, phenomenal. You'd be happy with either one. But you do have to acknowledge that one was just slightly better. And that's what this is. Like, I can make the same argument with, Crash Bandicoot 2 or 3, I can make that argument back when Moraes around and Libs was there. And, Libs and Moraes back when Moraes was around. Like that kind of closeness, And, yeah, it really is great that we're getting more winners in which the screenplay and everything about's original. And not like a sequel or, a remake. And don't get me wrong, remakes and sequels most definitely have their place. They are. It's just people tend to forget, like, when they make a sequel, they really tend to forget what made the first one great, but also what can you do that you didn't do in the first one that actually expands everything. Like Kung Fu Panda 2 expanded on the world of Kung Fu Panda. Zootopia 2 that just came out and was nominated for the Oscar expanded on the world of Zootopia. That's what good sequels need to do. And unfortunately, people in Hollywood just don't get that. I mean, they take some of the things that worked, and that's okay. Unfortunately, they also take some of those things that worked and think if they just have more of that, that's the answer. And it's not always the answer. Same thing with making remakes, too. Like, it's very again, I definitely have said this before, I'll say it again. If you really want, to make a remake, why not remake a bad movie? And actually give it an opportunity to make it better. That's what Hollywood needs to do. Like, a great example of this was Pete's Dragon. Like, I'll be honest, I saw the original maybe once in my lifetime, and that's it. Then the remake came out a few years ago. That movie was great. It was a movie so good, it actually had me rooting against Carl Urban. You never see anything like that anymore. If any idea how hard it is to root against Karl Urban in a movie, that's really hard to do. But it worked. Like, yeah, it is possible to make remakes and sequels that are good or better than the first one. You just gotta get someone who's smart enough and knows what to do. And it's a lot better than it used to be, but we still got a long way to go. But for real though, K-Pop Demon Hunters, much congratulations to the staff behind that crew, to, the actual voices of Rumi, Mira, and Zoe, whether they're the singing voices or their actual speaking voices, you ladies know who you are. Thank you for giving the world 3 more strong female characters. Because, yeah, we do need more of those. We do. No matter how often we don't want to admit it, we need more strong female characters in fiction. We do. And you know what? A group of singers that, sing K-pop by day and fight demons by night, that's just badass enough to... Actually, it's more than badass enough to work. Who am I kidding? Although I will admit, though, this is funny. You know what? I'm going to say this for short. Because, believe it or not, K-Pop Demon Hunters is kind of like an idea that I once had years ago. But again, I'll say what is in the short. Otherwise, listen, honestly, whoever needed to win absolutely won the Oscars. One battle after another, I think, was probably the giant sleeper. It had Leonardo DiCaprio, and so of course everybody thought it was going to be good. I don't think people realize how good it actually was. I never did get to see it in theaters, but if I have an opportunity to see it, I'm definitely going to see it for sure. Because I definitely need to. So congratulations on that movie for winning Best Picture. Even though, you know what, I will say this, if one battle after another wasn't there, I guarantee you Sinners wins the Oscars. For sure. It won several Oscars last night, so I know I'm not wrong. Hope you like this video. If you like this, right, YouTube channel, on social media. As always, I'm your home this video for all you guys watching. Joe for the have a wonderful, wonderful, wonderful Monday. And remember, if you guys want to talk to us, you're here to lend me. Always be back. Take care and make good choices. 607 all day, baby.